Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, October 9th. So let's get ready for a good day in the market. Again, so it's Monday. It's the start to a new week. All right. We had a pretty hot week last week. And if you want my personal opinion, as far as the day is starting off, it looks a little slow. And of course, I always start my morning a little early and get going a little bit early than everybody else. So it's possible that a lot of the stuff I looked at has changed and there might be more to actually look at now. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we really have going on here. All right, so good morning to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen for you, and everybody can hear me all right. You can see the screen all right. It's all coming through. Okay. Sounds good. All right, 1 second. All right, so again, just want to mention that, let me go back to here. All right, solid. All right, so I just want to mention that we had not a late start. I just want to say that it looks a little slow today. So I have the stocks that I have on watch are a little bit different than when I used to have because, and good morning to Larry from Colorado. Good morning to you as well, brother. So again, today was looking a little bit slower. It seems as if the small cap market has kind of slowed down a bit. And, when that happens, we're going to have to kind of change up our game plans to, maybe trade a little bit of a higher price stock. Because this is what happens. Usually what happens is the small caps or the penny stock market gets really hot for a little bit, and then it usually dies down. And then when that happens, you kind of got to have to switch over your game plan just a little bit. So the first one I just want to mention here is HLF, right? We're going to go into the ones I have on watch, and then we're going to take a look at probably some of the ones you guys have. All right, so look at this thing. Now, I know that I stress a lot of times continuation plays. So, if you look at this one, it really has continuation written all over it, right? It grinded all the way up. It closed very high to the high of day, so it didn't sell off, right? So it looks pretty good for a continuation. Now, I know that this stock is $75, and this could be out of some of your guys' price range. And good morning to everybody. So I know that for some of you, HLF could be out of the price range a little bit, but just bear with me, all right? So yes, it grinded higher, so it has continuation written all over it. But if we are to look at the daily chart here, right? So it might be a little bit difficult to see it here on this chart, but I mean, if you look at the daily chart, this thing went up from $67, $68 to $75. So it moved like, $7, $8 in one day. So it's extremely extended right now, okay? But if we look further here, and actually I'm going to pull down this just a little bit. So if we look here, right, this thing on its 52-week highs, it had major resistance in this area. Major resistance, but we have just pretty much broke that. So we're literally right on breakout level or strong resistance level. So I just want to mention that HLF is on a strong breakout spot, but at the same time, it's right in this massive resistance area, so it could get shot down. So if you're willing to play a $75 stock, keep it on watch, but it could be pretty risky because it can go both ways on you pretty quick. So definitely watch it for like over 76, all right, for long, and then just keep it on watch for maybe a break below 75 for a short. But, just keep it on watch because it can go both ways right now. All right, another one I'm just going to touch on briefly, and just for you, HLF has a 90 million share float, and its average volume is 7.5. So it is a little bit of a higher float, but as you can see on Friday, it had a massive day. HMNY, I know I've been talking about it for forever, but it's got to come down at some point, and I'm going to keep it on watch until it really does, right? So you're going to hear HMNY for a long time. For any of those you can short, I know a lot of you are long biased, and I am too. But, you know, when stuff happens like this, it's going to come down eventually. So long story short, we're going to keep HMNY on watch for a short today. And it's got a 3.3 million share float. And average volume here, or trading Friday at 5.4 million shares of volume. Now, if we come into here, I mean, it's, you know, you look at this, it's really trappy, right? It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, because there's a lot of shorts are trying to short the stock, and then we keep getting squeezed out, and that's what's causing these pops. But as you can see, we have like a pretty strong resistance here in this $16 area. So it's very well possible this could be the short at about $16 for a drop today. Okay, guys? Now, there was one that I wanted to take a quick look at, which was TROV, just because it was the first one I seen that was doing something pre-market for small caps. And it's kind of sketchy. I mean, it had a clear double top right here. Oh, yeah, clear double top. And so we popped up, boom, boom. Now we're dropping. And now it's about to roll over on itself, and it's probably going to drop back down. So I'm not too sure about it. It's a little sketchy. I really think that right now we might be able to find something else. For any of you guys in the live chat, because it looks like some of it, let's do something here, because like I said, the small caps were looking pretty weak today. So for any of you guys that have my pre-market scan or whatnot, I would recommend hopping through the pre-market scan, see what you guys pick up that looks pretty good, and then, you know, post it in the chat, right? Because, you know, the more eyes we have on the market, the better. But yeah, as you can see, look what happened on Friday with TROV. It popped up and just sold right off. And if you look at it, I mean, technically it's running into resistance. I mean, that's a clear resistance level. It popped up here, came down, now it's there, came down. So I'm not too sure about it. I would just be very cautious. I don't think it's going to be the one, right? Check out, so CLNT, yeah, that was definitely one that popped up pre-market. Definitely worth taking a look at. The only reason, I mean, I don't really like it, you know, it's really sketchy. It's up, I don't know, what is it up now? Like 50, like almost 50%. It's up almost 50%. So it's up a major gap, but it's not holding its highs, right? It's really coming down. It's worth keeping on watch. Does it have news? I didn't even check this morning. You get LANU. So yeah, this is great because this alleviates me having to go into the pre-market scan right now, because, you know, you guys can essentially do it there too. So it looks like CLNT this morning. I'll definitely take a look at plug XXII. I'll take a look at XXII. I was hearing some buzz on that one. Now, CLNT, real quick, it does have the news this morning. All right, it's still trading on pretty light volume, right? It's still trading on pretty light volume, so we can keep it on watch. And that's what I meant. Like, today was just starting off a little choppy, and I think that it may end up being one of those days. I did notice that if you look at the daily chart on CLNT, it has done that before. It did pop all the way to 10. But if you look at when it popped all the way to 10, look at this, right? It gapped up. It gapped up from here to here, and it had a clear resistance level where it had a major breakout. But if you look at it now, I mean, I've had trend lines drawn in this thing for quite some time, and it just never followed through. And if you look at where it's at now, I mean, it's not, yeah, maybe you could call it had resistance there, but so we can keep it. We'll keep it on watch for sure, but not sure how I feel about it right now. And actually, real quick, MNKD just popped up on one of my scans here. Let's see. Yeah, so I was considering putting this one on watch, but again, everything was just starting off a little choppy. So one second. Let's see what we have here. So again, MNKD was pretty extended. It's possible that after this red day here, we're seeing the pullback, and it's possible that we will have it pop today, right? I mean, it's a good chance. It did just pop up on one of my scanners here. So again, though, look at these charts. It's just very choppy. So we're definitely going to have to keep it on watch, right? Definitely keep it on watch. There's really no game plan here as far as the trading goes. Let me zoom out and see if we can get a better picture, right? So we know that previously it spiked out here. So 573 could be a resistance area that we could see today if the stock pops to here. We could definitely see a resistance area here. It's possible that after that big day we had, we're going to see it really have a spike. It's possible that once we had this red day here, we could have a nice spike. So keep it on watch. I definitely recommend that it's something strong to keep on watch as of right now. And it did just pop up on one of my scanners, which is meant for a squeeze, right? And it just popped up again. It's got a 4-point mil float. So it's definitely strong. It just popped up on one of my squeeze scanners. So essentially what that scanner is alerting us is that people are trying to short sell the stock and they're getting squeezed out, and that's why it's causing all this green right here. Shorts are getting squeezed out right now. So definitely keep it on watch here. Let's see. CGEN. All right, 1 second here. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at Plug real quick, because I did hear a few people mention Plug. Again, MNKD has just popped up on my scanner, 852 for a squeeze, All right, Plug. All right, so Plug, actually, this looks pretty good. I do like it. Let me delete some of these drawings. Let's see. So as you can see, Plug had some clear resistance right in this 250 area. It just recently broke through. Had a nice uptrend where we had a low here, higher low, and another kind of higher low there. It's not too extended. It's a little bit extended from its support. So it could be a little risky getting in. Again, the best entry for this is going to be over the pre-market high. That's going to be our best bet on an entry over Plug, is to get in over the pre-market high. Question is, do we have any news this morning? There is no news this morning to back any of the gap up. So right now it's pure technicals. But again, it trades kind of choppy because of the light volume. So be kind of careful with it. It is a little extended. Let's see. BLDP. RGSE. I'll do a quick rundown on some of these. No, so RGSE looks pretty dead. RGSE has been consistently moving downwards. As you can see, it's a clear downtrend. I really wouldn't pay attention to RGSE today. There's definitely other plays out there that look better. I want to take a quick look at MNKD because it popped up on one of my scanners again. So this thing looks pretty strong. It's coming back to retest pre-market high for pre-market high breakout, perfect U-shaped pattern breakout. As you can see, we have the U coming to pre-market for the breakout. So this one could be very strong today. I'm definitely going to keep it on watch, right? You know, because look at this. I mean, let's just run through this one more time for you if it wasn't clear. This thing shot up like crazy for the past couple days, right? I mean, if you look at this, just look at this chart, right? Boom, boom, and then just a massive day. And then, of course, it had some big red day, or at the end of the day. Here was a big red day. So here was a big red day. Now, it's possible that shorts are going to get squeezed out today and we're going to see a nice run. So definitely keep it on watch, guys. No, Larry, I don't use a 10-day 1 minute on all of my charts. I just use a 10-day 1 minute on one of my charts. That way, if I want to look back more than a couple days, I can do that just to see what the overall price action was for, you know, a couple days on a 1 minute chart, you know. So I just like it because, you know, if you have to look back a few days, you can just do that rather than having on one day, you know. Now, let's see. I'm going to run my pre-market scan, see if anything changed real quick here. Is not my pre-market scan. 1 second. Let's see. And I'll just increase this. Change that again. Bam. Let me write some of these down. Trade setup. Ashwin trade setup is a 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, 1-year chart, and level 2 time and shares. Let's see. So, you know, CLNT still top of the list. TROV, INSG, CGEN, ONTX. Yeah, let's just go down here and take a quick look at some of these ones. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm just writing these down so we don't have to consistently go back in here. ACRX, BDXV, BDXV. All right, so I just wrote down a few. INSG for a short. Let's take a look here. So I wouldn't really mess around with it based on just a 10-day analysis. I mean, it's pretty choppy. This thing's a very light volume. I wouldn't really recommend it for a short. If you really want my opinion on some shorts, let me show you one right here. I'm going to show you guys a good short potential. FLXN, if it's still holding up, right? Oh, it's sold off. Dang it. So here was the idea, is that if you look at FLXN, it's possible it's still going to be a good short. Up to 32, and this very quick rejection from 32 all the way down to 27. That's almost $5 a share, 5 points. So it traveled back up pre-market. It had a lot of hard time getting through 32. Now the idea is we wanted to see that hold up until the market opens. So now it's going to come back down. So that would have been a good short. Even MROV or MO, is that MORV? I can't remember that one. MORV. MBR. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, woof, that's rough. Yeah, so it's possible. I mean, like again, XXII is probably not going to be very strong today. Let's see. I mean, if you look at this, let me go through a 1-year day chart real quick. I mean, yeah, this thing got very extended. Look at this, right? So here's your support. This thing was way extended, so it's not a surprise that it's coming back down. And if you map out the overall trend is like, actually, it might be a little bit less. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so this is the overall trend for it right now. That's the overall 1-year trend. Now, if we go into, just say, a 10-day 1 minute, let's see where that trend lies. And it's not even visible. Interesting. Hold on. Yeah, so here's the thing. Is it really, so XXII might be coming close to a bounce right around $2.50. It might do that before it, but here's the thing, is it has to hold up on this line I drew for the overall trend of 1 year. So it's possible that it might be a good time to take a new position is if it once it gets close to 250s, 260s. 1 second. So, like I said, there's just no for sure thing so far this morning. It's all just looking kind of rough. CGEN. I'm just not. Yeah, there's just nothing that's looking super appealing right now. So I think if you have my personal opinion for low caps, I'm going to keep my eyes on MNKD today. It's possible we'll see a break over pre-market high, get a quick spike, maybe some shorts getting squeezed out. So Jared, to explain MNKD, so this is how we explain MNKD. Big day, people shorted it. People are continuing to short it. Right now, it's forming a U-shaped breakout for pre-market high. Now, it has to hold up here, and it can't sell off too much. So the idea here is MNKD, we can look for entry over 545 with our target area of 575 first, and then hopefully we can get a break over 575. That's pretty much just it. There's nothing too crazy to it. How do I keep an eye on all watch this one live pre-market? I mean, I have a lot of stocks written down, so I mean that's kind of how I do it. I just have a bunch of stocks that I know I'm going to be talking about written down here. So that's really what it comes down to. Nothing too crazy. Oh. So SQNS, I mean, there's nothing too special there. It really just gapped down for $3, and now it's just kind of trending sideways, not really doing much. I really don't think it's going to be in play. I think it's SQNS is best left alone. GNCE or A. No, doesn't look very strong right now. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, so if you look at the daily right now, it's running into resistance of the 9 moving average. So it's probably not going to really make many moves today, considering it's running into resistance and getting rejected there. Like I said, today is one of those days where the small caps are just not doing so hot. It's just not really doing very well. All right. And that's what I expected. I expected that today was going to be pretty slow as far as pre-market went. Again, pre-market just started, so it's possible some things are going to change here. DRYS just popped up. That's interesting. Guess I'll take a look here at it real quick. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. AEZS. Okay, let's see what this has to offer. Nothing good there. Eh. 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 Oh, interesting. Look at NVIDIA today. So NVIDIA popping up live, coming at ya. All right, so it's in the 180s. Is that right? We're at the 183 mark. All right, 183 right on support. Got resistance 191 for sure. So question is, does NVIDIA have news? Let's see, live news coming at ya. No news. Not sure why it's making the move it is, but you could keep NVIDIA on watch if you're into playing higher price stocks. BKYI. Yeah, nope, not a fan of BKYI. I got some few more things popping up here. JMEI. Damn, everything is just so ugly this morning. It's just hurts, right? And this is what I mean. So when stuff is really, really sloppy in the morning like this, do not rush anything. Do not play sketchy stocks, okay? Do not mess around with them. Wait till the scanners will pick you up something good and go from there. No, look at MBOT has clear resistance right in this $1.50 area. Hit resistance there again. Sold down. So it's looking pretty sketch. All right, really sketchy. Oof. My scanner just so far hasn't picked up anything too juicy. Yeah, so I don't know. Everything's looking kind of. Let's see LINU. I don't know. I was thinking about putting on watch. We could see maybe a bounce back, but I really don't think so. I think LINU is probably going to be done. Well, no, not necessarily. Let me rephrase that. As you can see, LINU is right on the $2 mark. All right, we have $2 support, so we have a strong support. If LINU can hold up on that $2 support area, it could be pretty good. Over $2.15 pre-market high, $2.16. We could see a nice breakout if it can hold this $2 area, right? That's possible. And then we could see some resistance here at 240. And then we could see resistance here at 250, or sorry, 260. So again, it's a slow morning. It's slow. Hold on, something good may have just popped up. Ooh, there we go. The power of scanners. All right. So here's Gevo. I don't know if anything. Looks like it has some news this morning. Department of Energy, National Labs to collaborate with Gevo to optimize ethanol to olefins catalyst performance. So GEVO has some news. It's got some news live coming at you. Now the question is, let's look at the daily chart. All right, let's see. All right, where damn it. I always forget that. What's the price at? Hold on. All right, we got pricing. We got bid at 83, ask 85. There's a little less than a penny cent spread. That's good. That's all good. The price is at 84 cents. That sucks. All right. All right, so this is what we got to watch for, right? So Gevo popping up right now, but the question that still remains is you have to look at your daily chart. If you have a 100 moving average, you'll notice that resistance is right at 87 cents, 84 cents. So pre-market, right? It's possible this is going to run into resistance very soon, all right? Resistance is like right here. That's where resistance is at, right in this area. Somewhere in this area, it might have resistance. So over 86, over 87 might look good, because if we go back to the daily chart, right? If we look at the daily, it has resistance there. It's shown that resistance holds up there before, but if we break 85, 87, we have all the way up to the 200 moving average, which is 100-something percent, over 100%. I don't even know what it was, 150, 60, 70% room for profit if it were to do that. There's no guarantee, right? But there's no resistance after 87 cents until probably, yeah, I mean, there's really no resistance after that. So definitely keep it on watch. And it does have news. And yeah, and that's another thing, Daniel, is Gevo has to break through the dollar mark. But even if it pops, even if it gets over the 87-cent mark, see, look at, boom, what did I tell you, right? Did I not just say it was going to have resistance right here? And now it's selling off. That's why you guys need to look at your 1-year charts with your moving averages, because they're going to show you resistance points that you cannot possibly see on your 5-minute or your 1-minute charts, right? I literally drew this line before that red candle, and then what do you know? It just, boom, popped and dropped, right? Pop, lock it, drop it, baby. But that's it. That's really just it. You have to look at your 1-year charts to find these resistance areas before they happen. So, ooh, yikes, tired morning. So we'll keep Gevo on watch. I think Gevo is definitely worth keeping on watch. But again, these little low-priced penny stocks, you have to be very careful with. They're going to move quick, and they can be super sketchy. All right. ACRS, I looked at ATRS earlier. It's possible that it is doing something worth looking at. Where's the price? 405. So, you know, I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's obvious if you get in over 405, you're playing a breakout, but I just don't think it moves quick enough for me to want to play it. I really don't, you know. RPRX. I looked at this one earlier. No, not a huge fan of it. Like I said, if you look down here in the 1-year chart, it's got resistance right here. Not too juicy. What's Givo? 1 minute. Let's go back to this. Yeah, see, super strong resistance right there, as expected. So be careful with what you guys choose to play today. Let's see. So that's really, I mean, that's really all. I know I'm probably making you guys yawn. You know, that's really all I got for you guys today. I know there's a lot of stocks that, you know, we didn't really have time to get through. And, you know, sometimes the market is like that where it just, we don't always have what, we don't always get what we want. You know, there's not always that amazing setup, or there's not always stocks to watch right out of the gates, and that happens, right? We've had 4 or 5 solid weeks of penny stocks and stocks that are just absolutely killer, right? So again, it's just, we have those days, right? And when it happens, it happens. And the only thing I can recommend at this point is that you just be very patient and wait for the right setups. CNET, look at it. 1 second. I'll take a look at CNET real quick. Yeah, CNET looks pretty dead. I'm really probably not going to mess with that one. Again, I'm going to be very, very patient today with what I choose to play. All right, so with that being said, guys, be very patient with any of the trades that you guys choose to take today. Of course, I can't always cover every single stock in the book. CLNT just exploded. It actually just popped up on my scanner too, so let's see. CLNT. Oh wow, yeah, nuts, definitely nuts. I don't really know why it did that, honestly, but it did just pop up on my scanner. So I think CLNT is definitely worth keeping a watch at this point with that explosion it just had. So keep everything on watch. Be very patient with your trades. Don't rush anything, right? And so with that being said, I'm going to hop off, get everything ready, you know, to get trading here. I'm going to be just set in stone. With that being said, I will keep you guys updated on the whole course and everything I have set up. Just to give you a quick rundown, an idea of what it's going to entail. I think that the way that I have made it, or am making it still, is a little bit different from the usual approach that most people go with. So the way I chose to develop the course is basically like this. The way when you go through it, right, you're going to go through it, and rather than teaching you strategies and teaching you patterns and all this other crazy stuff about stock trading, what I do is I recommend and get you kind of started off quickly with getting you into a broker, which would be TD Ameritrade for free. And then we get all your charts set up. We get all the moving averages, all the VWAPs, and you know, all the watch lists and all your scanners and everything set up first. So now you've already started, right? The biggest step to anything is just starting. So I took the approach of just getting you started on the right foot, get all your charts set up, get them all linked and all working properly. And then we teach you, or I teach you, or the course teaches you everything that's on your chart. So now you know what's on your chart. And then from there, we move into pattern recognition and then actually teaching you strategies. So you get your chart set up, you learn what's on your chart, then you move into pattern recognition and different breakout plays, and then you can actually formulate that into a game plan or a strategy. So you go from chart setup, learning, strategy learning, then applying it, versus learning it, then trying to build your charts, and then trying to form it. It's just a get your chart set up, learn it, formulate a game plan, strategy, and then attack it kind of thing. So, and then on top of that, there's going to be a live screen share that has it. Basically, I will be moderating and I'll be talking. It's almost going to be like a radio thing. I'll be talking in the background all day long throughout the whole market for whenever I'm really available. So for, you know, pretty much be talking the whole day on different stocks that are popping up through different scanners and which ones I'm playing. And then on the same token, you're going to still have access to one screen of my stock chart. And then you're going to have access to, I'm not quite sure yet, but probably 5 or 6, 7 maybe different scanners, right? And one of those being is in the morning, you'll have an up gappers that will provide you with share float, percentage up, and much more that Thinkorswim doesn't provide. You'll have down gappers. Once pre-market's over, those will get shifted off. Then you'll have a high of day momentum scanner. You'll have you'll have high float scanners, low float scanners, then you'll have short squeeze scanners that, you know, basically notify you of stocks that have the highest potential of getting short squeezed. That's how I found MNKD just a second ago. So there's going to be multitude of different scanners, reversal scanners. So whatever kind of things you like to play, I'll probably have a scanner for it. So then you see my chart, you hear what I'm playing. I'll let you know when I'm thinking about buying. That doesn't mean you should buy, but you'll know that when I'm going to buy, that'll help you recognize more patterns and stuff. So A to Z course, super cheap. Then you get all these scanners and so on. So I think it's going to be really freaking cool. It's going to be awesome. Obviously, this is something new that I'm doing, and obviously I'm still going to be getting used to it and how I'm going to perform everything, but I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to rock and roll. So that should be ready October 15th. So I'll let you guys know. And like I said, so that's all happening October 15th, right? And like I said, it's going to be super cheap. I initially thought that I'd be able to get away with doing $10 a month, but after working it and after I calculated all the cost with partnering with a different site or whatever, based on having to be able to run the screen share and, you know, like the chat and then the live alert system, it just essentially I couldn't get away with making it that cheap. There was a minimum I had to do with being able to run the screen share and run the scanners and everything added up. It wasn't possible. So it's going to end up being $25 a month. But if you guys sign up on the launch day, which is the first day I launch, you sign up that day, you get 50% off the course and off everything for lifetime. So if you sign up on the first day, you end up paying like 12 bucks or something like that, right? You're end up paying 12 bucks, you get it for lifetime. So I'll keep you posted. It's going to be on October 15th that we launch. So if you sign up that day, you get the best deal possible. And that's the way I wanted to do it, right? So and honestly, I think it's going to be, it actually is. I haven't done enough research, but I honestly think it's the cheapest course out there, right? Everybody's got a little different thing for their course, and I consistently am going to keep adding videos to it. So it's still being built. So as you sign into it, there's still going to be some things that aren't completely done because I got notified a little late of it. But long story short, there's things that will be consistently added to it and so on. And this is the way that it's going to work, right? The beginning of the course is very basic and very beginner, but that was the way I wanted to make it. I want to make it basic stock chart setup, teach you the moving averages, teach you everything, and then it gets more sophisticated as it goes on. So down the list, everything becomes more and more sophisticated. So you can choose to hop in where you'd like to hop in. And I'm going to have an introductory video that basically explains everything where you go from the beginning, you go to the end, and as you get to the end, everything gets more sophisticated, way more challenging, way more sophisticated, right? So I'll let you guys know it's definitely going to be ready soon. And the way I tried to make it was super cheap and affordable for everybody. I'm not here to rip people's souls out, okay? You can't expect anybody to start trading if you're taking all of their money. It just doesn't make sense. You have these courses for thousands of dollars. It's like, dude, how can you expect a beginner to start trading when you're trying to teach them for $1 million? It's bullcrap. And so I made it super cheap. I'm going to end it there. We only got 10 minutes left. So guys, rock and roll, and I'll see you tomorrow and hopefully a better stock picks. All right, guys, I'll talk to you. See ya. I love you. Bye-bye.